Hey guys, it's me, Julz again. Yeah, I know I haven't done any Young Justice reviews. It's because the show is on hiatus, so I decided to do another review on Legend of Korra. And I should have been doing this all along. And I would have done a review of the last episode, but I had to go somewhere with my parents, so I really wanted to because it was an episode that played around with everybody's emotions. I mean, with Lynn losing her bending and Republic City being overtaken. But I had to go somewhere, and I apologize for that. But this new episode, the last episode, Endgame, pretty much it was like last episode, but 10 times more amazing. Or if you want to argue, 5 times more amazing, but still, it was amazing. It played around with my emotions like Turning the Tides did, but on a much, much grander scale. I didn't know what to feel about this episode. It was like I felt fear and I felt the suspense. I felt excited. I as well as sad and just complete awe, just complete amazement. It played around with my emotions so much, and I want to watch this again and again. Okay, to discuss about the episode, I love General Iroh. I mean, his voice, same one as Zuko, and I just love that voice. It's such a sexy voice, and Iroh is not half bad looking anyway. And I hope we get to see more of him in the future. I mean, that's what I've heard. We're having more episodes of Legend of Korra in the future, and I really, really hope that we get to see more of him. And also, all along, I was right. I had a theory. I pretty much had a theory that Amon is actually a bloodbender. You know why? Because in the episode, we see him taking away Tarlok's bending, how he fought against Tarlok's bloodbending. It got me thinking. The possibility of Amon being a bloodbender, because only another bloodbender could defend against another bloodbender. And also in the preview, the promo for Endgame, I was wondering, why is Mako on the floor looking all contorted like he's being held down by a bloodbender? Okay, sure, maybe he could have been held down by one of Amon's chi blockers, but still, it made perfect sense to me that he must be shutting down people's bending using blood bending. I don't know how, nobody knows how, not even Katara, but still, I knew it! I knew it! And apparently his whole story was a lie, which brought down his... just basically brought him down. And seeing that he was actually from the southern tribe, obviously, but also he was Yakon's son. Okay, does every major bad guy have to be related to Yakon? Because I've heard that name so many times. But still, makes for an awesome story. And I could see how Amon developed his hatred for bending. How he developed his hatred for benders. How he wanted to equalize everything. Because having your dad as a villain, or having your dad as a former gang lord, a crime lord, and wanting him to use you as his tools for vengeance, I'm not surprised. Like, wow. And he basically shaped Amon. And without knowing it, even Tarlok. And the way that... I forgot Amon's real name, so I'm just gonna keep calling him Amon. How Amon just blood-bent with his mind just like his dad. That was scary. And I felt so sorry for those wolves. They look so helpless. You know... seeing cute animals being tortured in that manner, it just tore me apart. It was just basically hard to see. And I could pretty much see as to how Amon and Tarlok were so warped. It's because of their dad. But perhaps maybe it would have turned out differently if Tarlok went with Amon. Anyway, and also the fact that at first when Amon took away Korra's bending, I was like, oh man, is she gonna have to start all over again, or is this really it? But when she finally air bent, yes! Although it makes a little bit sense. She didn't really have a connection to airbending at first, just only the other three, but it's a little bit questionable, but I'm willing to roll with it. And how Mako actually lightning bent at Amon, that must take a lot of effort and skill. I have an even greater respect for Mako. And also, apparently, Amon was basically screwed. Yeah, you bend in front of every single one of your supporters. In front of every single one of your anti-bending supporters. Not the best thing. And let's see. Pretty much to the end where well, pretty much to the end when we see Tarlok and Amon actually escape on that boat. It was so, like, we would think that they would escape together, but when Tarlok kept looking at the glove, I was like, is he gonna take down his brother and turn him in? Or does he I never knew, I thought that's what he was gonna do, like, just shock him and turn him in. But turns out he wanted to be with his brother forever. And wow, I have an even greater respect for the show. Wow, I don't think you would ever see that on a kid's show. You killing yourself along with your brother so you'd be together forever. That's something I would expect from anime targeted at an older audience. That was both touching as well as questionable. And sad, obviously. And also, let's see. Seeing Bumi, Tenzen's brother, I was gonna wonder, how is he gonna be like? Yup, I could see why he got the name. Good thing he's not an earthbender. And apparently Tenzen did not like the idea of entertaining his brother. Just throwing it out there. And also, I was hoping that Katara would solve the problem, but apparently Amon's trick is so unique that, well, I'm guessing even somebody as wise as Katara has never seen something like that before. I mean, who has, other than the Avatar? Although that might have been how the Avatar was able to take away people's bending. But who knows? It doesn't have the flashing light. So it can't really be the same. Okay. Pretty much to the very end, I really, really thought things were going to be downhill with Mako and Korra. I still find the relationship kind of questionable, but after seeing Korra on the ledge and finally connecting to her spiritual side, and seeing all of the avatars of her in her past lives, I was like, oh my god, Aang! And all of them are here. And I was just, at that moment, I was just speechless. I was just holding my heart, like, oh my gosh! And when her eyes glowed, it is time, the Avatar state, and how she, wow, and how, it was just too great for words. She is a full Avatar now. She would have made Aang proud. And how she was able to return Lin's bending. We're saved. Why? And we went from tragic bad news to solution in less than 3 minutes. I find that really playing with my emotions. Like, I feel sad. Oh, we can't fix this. But then we go to a solution in the next 3 minutes. And I feel happy again. I mean, I'm still recovering from the sad, but still. It's that mixture of emotions. And apparently, I figured we would see a kissing scene at the end. You know what I think of Mako? He's like the Edward Cullen of Avatar because of the broodingness and how he can't admit his love so well, and also the golden eyes. That's how I see it, and how some of my friends see it. It's the broodingness and the pretty boy silent type broodingness. But I still think he's hot. But apparently we would see this. Although the reason why I find their relationship questionable is because it took Aang and Katara, 2-3 seasons in order to even get a kiss? And we do this in a single season? They even get a kiss by accident in a few episodes in season 1. A few episodes later. I can't remember which one, but it just seemed way too quick. That's the only problem, that they're pushing it way too quick. I understand that they're horny teenagers, a lot older than the old Avatar group, but still, it's a little questionable. But after seeing Korra go into the Avatar state, I was pretty much open to anything. And I wonder how are we gonna top this? My emotions were never this twisted, not even during the Siege of the North. Not even when Ba Sing Se was taken over. Not even during the last episode during Sozin's comment. My emotions were never twisted this much. Okay, maybe somewhat comparable level after when seeing Aang bend all 4 elements all at once. But still, I have never been this amazed. I am doing Legend of Korra reviews more often. But I will be in the Philippines, and internet connection will be a bit limited, but I will try to get the truth to you people, and I will try and stay tuned. This was amazing. Legend of Korra, please please Nickelodeon, please keep putting up episodes. We want to see more. I am just amazed. Okay guys, sorry for the fanboy moment. It's just that amazing. I'm sorry if I seem easily impressed, but that's how it is. And I hope we get to see Iroh more. I really, really like him. I mean, sure, I like Mako too, but Iroh, the voice. And also when he looked at the statue of Aang, how he said, "Thanks for looking after me, Aang." I wonder... I'm very sure he must have known Aang, possibly before he died. And it almost seemed like, wow, you really take after your ancestor. That almost seemed like as if he said it. And it seemed appropriate that he be the one to remove the mask from the statue. Okay guys, literally that's all I have. My hand is trembling with excitement because I want to watch that episode again. Please comment, please subscribe, let's talk. Bye.